today we're just going to have a discussion on property and how our views have changed since working here at One&Only Pro on property. So I'd like to begin by saying I always believed before I started working here that I was part of Generation Rent and that I'd never actually own a property or be able to buy a property because it was just too hard. It was too hard to get a deposit and things like that. But since working here, I've actually found that I can get a deposit and that I can actually buy my own property, and I could potentially even invest in other properties. I've also learned a bit more about the way that you buy a property, and it seems a lot less daunting now because I've seen like the ins and outs of it. So yeah.
I would have to agree, Elaine. Before starting here myself, I was in the same boat. Never thought that I would actually own my own home.
Yeah.
Saving it for a deposit to put down, going through the mortgage process, etc. And even investing wasn't even a question that I would have entertained at all, just because, you know, I wouldn't even be able to become a homeowner myself, let alone buy properties in the future and then build a portfolio for myself. It wasn't even an option. And being here and working here and learning the ins and outs of it, it's so feasible, and I think we're built in that culture and that way that we're told that it is difficult to do it, and it is hard to put your money away and save for this massive deposit that you've got to put down, and it's completely changed my views. And I'll definitely be looking into, you know, the investment opportunity as well that's arisen.
Yeah, definitely.
From getting more insight into it, it's just completely opened up everything, and it just is so much more easier than we're led to believe.
It is, it really is. I'd agree with that a lot. I'd definitely say that like there's a lot of culture around how difficult it is to buy and stuff, and that nobody really talks about like how you do it and how easy it actually is to do things. So like working here, like we've actually seen how easy it is to do things. And so I definitely agree, like there's a lot of just culture that like for us, especially the younger generation, people just don't expect us to buy anymore.
Yeah, definitely. As you say about the younger generation, like I'm older than yourself.
Yeah.
And I was still under that impression and that delusion that you have to, you know, completely work yourselves into a pit of having no money whatsoever, and putting every last penny away and not being able to buy my own house, or like I said, investment wasn't even an option. But now it's completely changed 100%. So I understand the pressure on the younger generation, definitely. And I think the millennials, so to speak, get this stigma about them as well, about that they'll always live off of mum and dad, etc. But they don't have to. But I think some people get stuck in that rut because they're told that's what they have to do.
Yeah,
and I think it's all about education as well, and educating yourself.
Yeah, because I think everybody just hears a lot nowadays, don't they, that they're going to be living with their parents, they're going to be stuck saving for the rest of their life, so they don't really do any education of themselves, and they don't really find out this sort of thing, do they? They're kind of just stuck in this ideology that this is the way it's going to be and nothing can change that.
Definitely. And it's even in terms of property, you don't have to buy the one that's hundreds of thousands of pounds. You can get yourself a property for a couple of grand, put down a small deposit, and then you put that budget aside, and then you refurb and you make it your own, and then that's what builds up the capital on it.
Exactly.
And there's this idealistic view of this property that everyone's supposed to have. Don't get me wrong, everyone does have their dream properties, but
of course
there's ways around it. And I think being here, being One and Only, you see that as well. It's just it's educational every single day here, and that's what's completely changed my views and opinions on it.
I'd agree with that, definitely. It's just so educational here at One and Only. We're learning something new every day, I'd say, and we're just learning more about property.
And it just shows you realistically what you can achieve.
Yeah.
You know, you can, and you can tailor everything to what your needs are as well. So it's not set in stone. This is what you have to put down. This is what's available for you. You can literally change it and tailor it to your personal needs, and it's so flexible. That it makes it doable for everybody, and it's just completely changed my perception on it 100%.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So that's what we've thought about property and how it's changed over the few months and years that we've been working here. So how have your guys' views changed over property over the years? Please comment down below and tell us more. We'd be interested to hear that. Thanks for watching.